Cancer, and welcome to your reading for October the 16th through October the 22nd. And this is a general reading, so if you would like a personal, more focused reading, you'll find that information below in the description box or at the end of this video. Or maybe even the beginning, one of the cards. I think you can press on an eye somewhere up there for information. And also, this is a sun, moon and rising reading. I'm just reminding you of that. And I have links below in the description box to the other videos if you know your moon and rising. So it'd be good for you to, check those out so you get a fuller picture. Thank you so much for all the love last week on YouTube. I so appreciate you guys. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Comment and give me feedback. I always respond to comments and feedbacks. I really appreciate that. And if you feel inspired, please share this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. So without further ado, let's go to the cards, Cancer. And the first card we pull up is the Priestess. Now the Priestess is this, she's kind of known as the old crone. She has all this magical power and knowledge, and she doesn't share it easily. But when she shows up in a reading, I always get that it's really important to meditate, because when you meditate and you go inside, you can tap into this resource. So she's around, right? The High Priestess is around, and she's got all this knowledge we can tap into, magical knowledge that's going to help us navigate and create the life that we want and desire. This can also just mean that, listen, go back to school, study your life purpose, and make sure that you are an expert in your field. This is like really hit the books, and learn all you can about your profession. But I always think of meditation, because when you meditate and you connect with that source energy, that's knowledge right there. You're getting the knowledge. I mean, firsthand. So I think that's really important. Go inside, have that relationship with yourself. And then we have the Strength card, number 11, which is a powerful spiritual number. And I always use the analogy of my mum, right? The Strength card is about not using violence it's about commanding respect. It's about letting people know because you're there, they need to control themselves. And it's about controlling yourself, right? So my mum would have this look, I'm sure most of us have had mums with this look. She would look at me and she'd just go. And I would pull myself together like that. It was like the dreaded look, and I use that look on my son. It's very powerful. And my sisters use it on their kids. It's so funny. It's just that. And she never had to lift a finger. She didn't have to shout at me. She didn't have to do anything. All she did was give me that look, and I shuddered. So that's what this is about. It's about that command. It's about that silent power, right? And it's so symbolic, really, because you've got the lion here, and the lion's really the king of the jungle and aggressive. But in order to be in this moment with this wonderful woman and just enjoy that interaction, the lion has to control his nature to take full advantage of this moment, right? So it's about self-control, and it's about not reacting, it's about responding, and it's about commanding, it's about owning your power, right? When you own your power, you exude it and people see it. So it's about that. So then, look, we have some really interesting planetary aspects and transits going on this week. Now, the biggest of which is the new moon on the 19th or 20th, depending on where you are in the world, going into Libra, which is about balance, harmony, love, relationships, right? The sun and the moon are in Libra. And then we also have Jupiter and Mercury in Scorpio. Now, Mercury is the planet of communication and intellect, and Jupiter is the planet of bigger, better, more, expanse, we and us, as opposed to I and me. And Scorpio is that deeper meaning, sexual, sensual, soul connection. So we have all this interesting energy, and that's opposing Uranus. And Uranus is about, you know, the truth coming out, surprises, freedom, not being constrained by anything. So really interesting and dynamic energy going on this week. And I say all that because we might really encounter new and interesting relationships with people. They may come into our life this week particularly. So I have two cards together here which are very interesting, and we have the 10 of Pentacles, right? And that is a really happy, all your needs are being met, right? And right after that, we have the 9 of Cups, which is the wish come true card, right? So we have all this wonderful, successful energy. We are being taken care of. All our needs are being taken care of. The only thing I would say with the 9, the wish come true card, which is a wonderful card, is that tendency to overdo things sometimes, to be a little bit lavish, a little bit too lavish. So that's the only little kind of thing there. But what a beautiful, because this is, you know, opulence, you know, all your needs being met. This is a really happy energy, like feeling incredible, right? Because you've got the, you know, the material and the emotional thing going on here. Now, we also have the Emperor, and when he comes into a reading, I always think, look, he's an incredible leader. He's very just, but he's firm too. So it's important to have structure and rules. And probably because of this, you might be a little over lavish, right? And he comes in and he's like about structure and rules and organizations, and he's about purging things that you no longer need or require. So he comes in, it's a very, he's the King of Kings, darling. He's like the ruler. So his word goes, and he's just and fair, but he's stern and strict as well. So this is about self-discipline. Yes, definitely. Self-discipline. So your wish come true, feeling great. Don't go running away. Come, be grounded. Come back. Get organized. Put all your ducks in a row and really have some self-discipline, right? Now, this is really interesting because we've got the 4 of Swords, which indicates that you feel a bit stuck at times. So you might feel a little trapped this week by some incidents or issues that come up, but this is an illusion, right? Because look, there's a pathway. She's like not looking at that. She's looking up and she's feeling so trapped. This is like a feeling of being trapped. And this is almost being trapped in your head with negative thought patterns. And actually that's what I'm getting now. It's so important, Cancer, to really be positive and focus on what's working. Don't allow this negative thought pattern in your head that's going to tell you that you're stuck and there's no way out, because there is always a way out. You always have a choice. And this is an illusion. This is the lunatics taking over the asylum. That's what I always think of Fun Boy 3. The lunatics have taken over the asylum. Oh my God, I would have stopped that. I'll lose all my viewers. But this is about your head taking over. and running the show. When, you know, come out of your head, you know, look, acknowledge that you have those feelings and say, thanks for sharing, but, you know, shut up. I'm not thinking that way anymore. I'm not living that way anymore. Because it's never been more important than this time to really focus your attention on what's working and what's positive as opposed to what's not working, because we are in this incredible fast manifesting energy. I could give you some examples for last week that happened to me, and it was instantaneous. It was crazy. So it works both ways, guys. So Cancer, keep it positive and keep your focus on the moment right now and what's going on. You know, have some self-discipline. They're right next to each other. Yes. Have some self-discipline, right? And that's what I'm getting. Get a schedule together where you're going to actually have a routine where you're going to meditate and you're going to focus on inspirational and positive things. Do not watch the news this week. The news and the headlines are very negative and very sensationalism, and they evoke really negative feelings. Now, don't forget, thoughts are electric. Feelings and emotions are magnetic. So whatever you're feeling, right, you're going to attract. So it's very important to not feed into that, you know, do a media fast. And I was speaking to my niece and she was saying, yes, but I need to know. And I said, trust me, you will find out what you need to know. What's in the news is going to transpire anyway. And that news comes through to you what you need to know. Just when you focus on it, it doesn't make you feel good. It's a, you know, for years and years, I've done news fasts, and I've told my clients, do a news fast and focus on inspiration and positive things, and you will see your life change and things get better. You can look at the news occasionally, but sometimes you need a complete break, particularly now. Things are really askew and all kinds of stuff is going on. We don't need to focus on that. If we create inner peace, one person at a time, right? Whatever we create inside radiates outside. So imagine all of us focusing on inner peace, and we have inner peace within us, one person at a time. I mean, that's world peace, you know. We spread that, we've got world peace. So don't be ruled by fear anymore. And then we have the 6 of coins, which is wonderful. This indicates that difficult times are over for you, Cancer. I mean, I'm seeing that. The hard times are behind you. Don't be ruled by the past. This is a time where we have to move forward. We have to let go of the old patterns. And what's happened to us in the past, we shouldn't allow that to map our future, right? So it's really important to not let the lunatics take over the asylum. You know, the monkey brain, you know, it's that incessant, it's the mouse running around on the wheel. It's like, we've got to stop that. The only way to stop that is meditation, going inside. And look, this is indicating tough times are over. Celebrate, darling. Celebrate. Your ships come in. You just need a little self-control with this, right? Just some boundaries, self-control, some rules in place, some structure. You know, structure your week to have a more positive, wonderful week. Cancer, it's great. I'm so happy for you. And me, I'm a Cancer. I'm so happy for me. I'm happy for us, for we and us, right? We're in Jupiter. And Jupiter is going to be in Scorpio for a whole year. This is exciting, exciting times. Anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll see you next week. For a personal reading, please email Mary at liveinthesolution.com.